You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
I woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Mama always said I'd be the chosen one.
After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces. That's why we're still there. We were clear-eyed about the risks. We planned for every contingency, but I always promised the American people that I would be straight with you. The truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated. So what's happened? Afghanistan political leaders gave up and fled the country. The Afghan military collapsed, sometime without trying to fight. If anything, the developments of the past week reinforced that ending U.S. military involvement in Afghanistan now was the right decision. American troops cannot and should not be fighting in a war and dying in a war that Afghan forces are not willing to fight for themselves.
August the 17th, 2021. Well, there's a speech that we were waiting yesterday for Biden to give, or at least part of it. I'm going to beg to differ on one of the points he made from the very beginning. After 20 years, I've learned. After 20 years, you haven't learned a thing. And by the way you handle this situation, it's pretty evident. And I want to remind you something. Biden talking yesterday, and I'm in favor of what he says at this point, that we should not be in the nation building. We shouldn't be doing that. But I want to take you back in time when he was a U.S. Senator, and Biden said, we got to do this. It's important. And Afghanistan was one of the targets he said we need to do, that we need to get involved and build that nation up. That was Biden then. This was Biden today. What's Biden tomorrow? Who knows? And by the way, after he finished this news conference, I should not say news conference because no one really got to ask any questions, which is the next point. His news statement, he turned on his heels and walked away and boarded the flight back to Camp David to go La-La Land again. I still have some major questions about why we just saw him not at all over the weekend as all this was unfolding. Was he on some medication at that time? We've got members of the left already saying, maybe he needs to go. In fact, left-stream media, be they mainstream media, as we used to call them, or state-controlled media, as I see them now, they're already saying Biden does not do the things he needs to do, and they're big questions. The problem is, do you replace Biden with the alternative we've got waiting behind him before the midterm elections? We're going to break down a lot of details of what Biden did and did not do right, obviously. Senator Tom Cotton, Republican of Arkansas, he said if Biden was wanting political symbolism of having all Americans out by September 11, he said now the political symbolism will be the Taliban flag flying over what was once the U.S. Embassy on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And, of course, Biden at the same time says the buck stops here. But Trump, yada, 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 Trump. And he has some supporters still in the mainstream / state-controlled media that are giving him some cover. And in fact, one of them got called out on air by someone who said, I don't know what press statement you saw. What I saw was not what you're describing. And making it clear that Biden is absolutely failing on every point needed at this time in leadership. I'm also going to spend some time today as I want you to know some names of some progressives who are busy, making money and having fun while they celebrate the COVID mandates against you. Not them. Not them. No. God, no, not them. They are above the mandates. And they can make money while you suffer. And they can have a lot of fun while you suffer. You think something's wrong there? Of course. We got a lot to cover over the next 2 hours. Lock and load. Ready on the right.
You can hear podcast of this program at Larry Connors USA Facebook. Larry Connors USA Facebook.